Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2017 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers who may be with us for the first time. I apologize for that glare behind me. The sun is happy today. I'm trying to shield it with my head. And thank you for those of you who continue to watch, listen, follow, and subscribe, sending your comments in, and basically all of your lovely feedback and support. Thank you to those of you who keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. Thank you for the trust that you place in me to do so. Thank you to my regular clients as well, and for the consistent updates you send in how our readings continue to play out in your lives. And also a special thank you to those of you who donate in support of my channel. I have received kind of an upsurge or an increase of donations in support of my channel over the last couple of months, some of them anonymous, and I want to reach out now and say thank you. I'm very grateful for that. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage. That'll give you a little more information in detail, and also has my email address. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. You can also find me on PayPal through that same email address for those of you who care to donate any amount in support of my YouTube channel. Now, I do readings, all different kinds of readings: love and romance, compatibility charting, career, work, and finance, year overviews, channeled messages, and so on. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but since I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, I'm usually able to get back with you pretty quickly and set up a reading live or recorded within a 2-week period of time. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will set something up for you. Now, remember that these are general readings, and there's many of you watching. Everyone has different things going on in their lives and different natal charts, of course. So these videos, at least your primary sun sign videos, are not going to resonate the same or as predictively or to the same degree and intensity for everyone watching. I mean, how could they? So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well for additional clarification, clarity, and insight. Your rising and your moon sign videos may resonate a little more predictively for you at certain times than your moon sign or your primary sun sign. So try to watch all three if you can to get as clear a picture as possible. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot with artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing 8 cards for the month, with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and advice. So let's get into this. This reading is for the fire sign of Leo, Leo the Lion, for the month of May 2017. Leo, May 2017. What does this beautiful month of May have in store for our felines? Leo, Leo the Lion for May 2017. Okay, Leo. We begin with the 10 of Pentacles, followed by the 5 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, followed by the Hanging Man, Justice in reverse, followed by the 7 of Pentacles, and the Star, followed by the Ace of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the 8 of Cups, which was the same as Cancer and I think one other. So let's just take a look here, Leo. So I'm going to start with your crowning card, which represents your overall energy and advice for the month of May 2017. We have the 8 of Cups, which is water energy. That's the element that governs the suit of cups. And the energy of this suit, cups, usually manifest in the area of our life that deals with emotions, feelings, relationships, all different kinds of relationships, love, how we relate to people, and our emotional landscape. So the 8 of Cups is a card of leaving something behind, walking away, making a definitive decision to leave something behind because you're disappointed, disillusioned. It may have started out to be one thing and turned out to be something different than what you wanted or didn't work out. The 8 cups behind this man that he has turned his back on, some of them are tipped over and spilled out, some of them are upright, indicating that he has tasted or drunk from most, if not all, of these cups, and he has come to the end of them and still left him wanting. It's not, there's no joy and fulfillment in it. It hasn't led where he wanted it to go, or perhaps it's something that has just run its course. It's about leaving something behind because it's no longer serving its purpose. It's no longer bringing you a sense of joy, fulfillment, or purpose. So that's your overall energy for May 2017, Leo. And that seems to be kind of a similar energy for a number of the signs for May. I know this is a transitional, transformational time. There's been a lot of retrograde energy, so things coming up that we need to deal with so we don't have to deal with it again the next time it comes around, or to the same degree. So we start with the Ten of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Cups. So the Ten of Pentacles, here we have earth energy, which is the element that governs pentacles, and the energy of this suit is tangible, and it usually manifests in even the non-tangible energy of it. It usually manifests in the area of our life that we can see, touch, and feel, or results that we can see, touch, and feel, like money, finances, resources, property, job, assets, tangible things in the day-to-day world that we live in and navigate through. Tens represent the end of a cycle, something coming full circle, cycles ending. So the Ten of Pentacles represents, because ten's completion, it's the fulfillment of a suit. This could in finances represent a lot of prosperity, abundance, kind of being at the top of your game, having a really good solid foundation underneath you, because the Ten of Pentacles represents not only just success and abundance, whether financially or materially, but it's also stable, secure, it's long-lasting, it's having a well-padded bank account, a business that's not only successful day to day, but it's big enough and established enough that it's going to last for quite a long time. There is a connection to home and family with the Ten of Pentacles too. It can represent family money, family business, family estate as well, or something which benefits not only you but the family. In spiritual or emotional relationship energy, this can represent something long-lasting, stable, grounded, rooted, etc. Now, it's accompanied by the Five of Cups, so more emotional energy here. The Five of Cups is a card of grieving, of loss, and of kind of being stuck in that, because we can't look in two directions at once. Wherever our attention is focused, that's kind of where we're living. You can see this man is sunk to his knees in the grass, and he's focused completely on these three cups. All of his mental and emotional energy is focused on these three cups, which represent these tipped over cups, which represent loss, grief, something that he's lost or has been taken away from him or just no longer is, changes. But there's still two cups behind him, because this is the Five of Cups, not the Three of Cups. There's still two cups behind him, still upright, still full, still beautiful, representing that there could be something that from the situation that can be salvaged, blessings which still remain in his life, opportunities which are still there if you but take your energy off of focusing so much on the negative or of loss and grief. So for some of you, this is going to represent that you may be in kind of a grieving period over something that you've lost, or that has maybe changed beyond recognition, something that maybe has been part of your life for a long time. This could be, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be the actual loss of finances or of a home of some kind, something that you thought was stable and was going to be long lasting. There's some sense of grief or loss around it. And the cautionary advice on this, Leo, is grieving over loss is natural, but we don't want to get stuck in the phases of moving through that. And the advice attached to the Five of Cups is you may want to pull back some of this energy and take a look around and see what's still around that's still worth reaching for and worth living, and opportunities are still there around you. There are still beautiful things in your life as you move forward, because it looks like for a lot of you, you're in kind of a healing process. You're grieving, you're moving through a healing process for some. For some of you too, I'm getting that energy of the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. You may be grieving or missing the loss of something in your life. Again, it could be finances, it could be a business that went under, a home that went under, it could be a variety of different things. It could even be loss of a person, of death, although I'm not really getting much of that specifically, but it's loss over something that you thought was, was going to be part of your life for quite some time, regardless of what the specifics of that are. So you're in a healing process. You don't want to get stuck in constantly focusing on it and missing some beautiful things and opportunities which still remain. So next we move through, and I do believe that you are moving through this. Your overall energy is leaving it behind, walking away from it too. Just try not to get too stuck, too focused on it for long periods of time. Next we have the energy of the Six of Swords, followed by the Hanging Man. So the Six of Swords, this is air energy, the element which governs the Suit of Swords. It's mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's more about what goes on up in our heads, how we look at things, our belief systems, outlook, perspectives, words, ideas, and how we communicate those. The Six of Swords is a card of healing. It's a moving through the healing process too. It's a quieter energy, sometimes may feel a bit somber, but it's positive overall. The worst is behind you. She's moving away from waters, which behind her would be very choppy and wavy and turbulent. And it's about moving into a time period in your life, a period in your life that's more settled, calm, serene, peaceful, healing. You're not quite there yet to the other shore, but you are moving through it. And it's just going to take a little bit of time and patience, Leo. And now the Six of Swords is paired with the Hanging Man, the major arcana card. Now this card can represent sometimes feeling like you're in stasis or limbo, feeling like there's no movement. It can also represent withdrawing from conflict and just accepting where you are, accepting the situation for what it is, accept your feelings. Try not to get too attached to them, particularly the more negative or challenging emotions as you're moving through this healing process, this moving away process. Accept that the path that you're on is unfolding as it's meant to. If something has come to an end in your life, even though endings always have a certain amount of pain and challenging energy to them, but it's meant to be, and it's about living in acceptance of that and just letting this healing process unfold naturally. Now, next to that, we have the energy of Justice in reverse, accompanied by the Seven of Pentacles. So Justice in reverse, major arcana card. In the upright position, it represents truth, justice, fairness, things working out in your favor based on what you've put into something, because justice is blind, meaning that this is the card that represents reaping what you sow, things working out in a fair way. How you conduct yourself is going to reflect the outcome. Now in the reverse, it means basically a reversal of a lot of that energy, things perhaps not working out in your favor, not fair, but it also could be for some of you, although it may be a smaller portion of you, what you're going through is perhaps might be based on some poor decisions that you made or actions that you took in the heat of the moment that you later regretted. It could be like just a karmic return energy. For some of you too, based on what you did or did not put into this situation, whether it's a relationship or a job path or maybe mismanaging money or something of that sort. For others of you, this combination of energy, the Justice in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles, represents that one of the reasons, or maybe the major reason why it's ended or you're leaving it behind, perhaps willingly or unwillingly, is because it really wasn't working for you. You weren't getting back what you invested in it. For a relationship, maybe you were giving more than you were receiving. And in a job or project, the same energy, because Justice in reverse is paired with the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is a card of reflection and assessment. It's looking at how much you've invested in something, how much energy you've invested in growing this harvest. What's there? Did you get back what you put into it? Did you get back more? Did you get back what you wanted? Is it worth continuing to invest in? And paired with Justice in reverse, again, it's going to split off a couple different ways. What you're going through may be as a result of, mismanaging things or poor decisions or choices on your part. And for some of you, it's come to an end because it wasn't serving your purpose. It wasn't serving you well. You were investing a lot more than you were getting back. And at some point it left you feeling depleted, worn out. It wasn't fair, and it's ending, and it needs to end. And you need to have faith in that and trust in that. That's kind of the overall message that I'm getting from Spirit, Leo, is whatever is coming to an end, Whatever you're leaving behind is meant to. You're not getting out of it what you needed to get out of it. And so just make sure, again, not to get stuck and focusing, intentionally focusing too much on the grief, because there are still beautiful things around you and beautiful opportunities around you and coming to. And it's about having faith in that, because we end the month of May 2017 with that message, and it's quite beautiful. We have the energy of the star, followed by the Ace of Cups. So the star is a major arcana card, one of my favorites, and this is a card of hope and faith, renewed hope and faith, renewed optimism, kind of being sick for a long time and finally beginning to recover. Maybe you had a bad breakup and you kind of went off into an emotional cave for a while, and you come out one day and realize the sun is still shining and life is still pretty good. It's winter into spring, darkness into light, sickness into health kind of feeling. Trusting in the path that you're on, that even if you can't make sense out of it or you can't see where it's going, it's the path that you're meant to be on. Trusting in the promise and potential of the path that you're on, that it leads to joy and fulfillment. Divine timing and orchestration, things are unfolding as they're meant to. Just keep walking the path and keep moving through this process. All will be well. And I feel like you end the month with a kind of a renewed sense of hope and faith and optimism too in that path. The star card is paired with the Ace of Cups too, which can represent, aces always represent new beginnings, the start of something new, seeds, if you will, which if you plant them and nurture them and take care of them will manifest into their full potential, which is quite beautiful if they're taken care of. So the Ace of Cups can represent new love and romance still being out there for you if you're going through a healing period from a bad breakup, new emotional awakenings, new realizations for those of you that are going through loss or grief of something, and perhaps it's because of mismanaging things, mismanaging a relationship or money, or making, maybe some unwise decisions. It's about learning from that and recognizing that in the future it's going to be different. New love and romance on the horizon, new emotional awakenings, just hope and faith and optimism looking forward at the end of the month. Again, don't allow yourself to get stuck in any particular negative energy. Acknowledge it, but allow it to just keep moving through it. That's what healing is all about. And I feel like the majority of you, that's what you do, Leo, and you end the month of May in a better place emotionally and mentally than when you started it, as you continue moving through this lovely gradual healing energy. Because even though it may be painful or challenging, what you're leaving behind needs to be left behind. It's no longer any good for you, and you weren't going to get out of it what you needed and what's meant for you. So Leo, I hope that you have enjoyed this video or gotten some renewed hope and faith from this video moving forward, because there's a lot here to be gotten. I hope it's brought you a little bit of insight and clarity and hope and reassurance, because that's why we do, what's one of the reasons why we do these videos. Again, if anyone would like a more personal one-on-one reading, you can click on that about or description button on my YouTube channel's homepage. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. You can also find me on PayPal through that email address should any of you feel like donating in support of my channel. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the May 2017 mid-month general readings. And until then, Leo, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.